There are many red-themed alternative history mods on the HOI4 marketplace. There's Red World, there's Cold War Iron Curtain, and of course there's Red Flood, but there's one mod that I've not played as much as the others, and that is Red Dusk. I have only ever touched the Red Dusk mod once, which isn't much when compared to probably the 17 to 20 times I've played the Cold War Iron Curtain or the 30 to 40 times I've played Red World, which means we are in desperate need of an experiment. The experiment is to see, is the Red Dusk mod the best alternative Red World themed mod for alternate history mods? And to test this today, we are not going to be entering the year of 2000 in January playing as the OP Soviet state. No, no, no. And although my temptations want me to go and have fun in Iraq, especially for the weaponized the atom focus, because that looks so cool. But we're going to be going as Dan Quayle, the United States of America, who seem to be having somewhat of an identity crisis. And not to mention the aftermath of the 90s, which is not looking too hot. So let's get into it and put it to the test. Is Red Dusk the best HOI4 communist themed mod? Let's give it a try. So starting off the State of the Union, we have this little info fact giving us all the information on the current states of the United States. If you do want to give it a read, make sure to pause and as I gradually scroll. But for me, I ain't reading. United we stand. Signed the Red Dusk US team. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the information. There's not as much content compared to the USA or Yugo. Don't worry, I'm sure it will get better in the future. After all, you guys are working on China, of which I am definitely covering. But starting off, looking at our focus trees, again, although it's not much, there is still some to do. We have the military, we have the world stage, which is pretty cool, Asian theater, African theater, and of course the Middle East. And then over here we have our political focus. This seems to be economical based, which is cool. Again, economical, which is cool, and the political here. Now, I'm looking at the focuses, and we can sideline Quayle, we can go for an FDR looking focus, no idea what this is, but there's one thing that really grabs my attention. There is a certain young Donnie on this focus and I am intrigued. I'm gonna ask the question, could the Soviet Union crumble just in the face of Donald Trump? Also, looking at decisions, there seems to be quite an interesting mechanic here. First, though, NATO, I don't care. The Congress, that can wait. But we have this, the world stage, American foreign policy, attrition, consumption, organization, reinforced. We need to stand against them, which means we now need to show our force against the world. And it keeps saying ETH. We're about to just blow Ethiopia to kingdom come. What did the Ethiopians... Oh, they're communists. I was about to say, what did they do? No, they're communists. That checks out. And I have 100% on my freedom points. That's right. Cold War Iron Curtain may be good, but does it have freedom points? I don't know. And it seems we've got the mechanic here to manage the different focuses or the decisions regarding around the Congress and the Senate. We seem to have the majority of the Senate and just under half of the House support, which is not too good for us. The current government is Dan Quayle, majority type government and Republican Party. And here we have Republicans are loyal, reform unfriendly, and Democratic hostile. Now, looking at what I was thinking of doing for the route, we're going to want to try and push for reform. So whenever I get 100 PP, I'm pushing for this to be done. Also looking at tech, it seems we do have custom tech names, but not necessarily images, because the last time I checked, the M4 assault rifle was not made by Kalashnikov. But we do have our tanks. As you can see, we have the Abrams, the Freebrams. We have all of these, the Bradleys, everything are looking hot and saucy. I do love it. And do they have my aircraft? They've got my aircraft, but they copped out. Fighter 5s, they copped out. That's so sad, but I get it. They've gone down the F-22 line. Okay, cool. This is brilliant. I love this. Leave it with me. We're going to get spicy. Okie dokie. So now we have our first major event, our major transmission. The bubble has burst. Unlimited digital optimism between the promise of the internet and the harsh reality. It grew rapidly over the last 10 years, transforming the once fledgling internet companies into mega corporations that are traded on financial markets and where speculation is rife. The NASDAQ, the Nasdaq Composite Index, which hit an all-time high of 5,048 in March, has since tumbled over 40% in just a few months, wiping out trillions of dollars in the market value. That's right, we're having a market crash. Google killed the market, the dot-com bubble crisis, 30% consumer goods, 10% minus on the stability, minus 10 construction, and we complete the bubble crisis. Oh no, goddamn Google killing my interwebs. Also, as you can see, I've done Winds of Reform, which means we're going to slowly push into this, and I'm going to be getting an event in 9 days. Once that's done, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to try and find the one that doesn't damage us too much. It's probably going to be this one, Titan Financial Institution. institutions, which is going to replace fragile with low, which I'm happy with. Will give us stability and minus 10% on the goods. We're also going to have this, which is going to reduce it from low to medium, which is great, but we are going to gain some consumer goods in the process. And here we are now in September 2000, and we have a choice for our leadership. Reform Party Primaries 2000. Now we can choose between Donald Trump for the left faction, and then we have Jesse Ventura for the faction. Now I have no idea who Jesse Ventura is, but given that I can go for the CIA as a leader, I would not be surprised if this is tied to that. But I'm going to go for Donnie. It also gave me a choice to choose a potential leader for the different parties. So for the Democratic Party, we went with Al Gore. For the Reform Party, Donald Trump. And then the Republicans, Dan Quayle is stepping down. So it gave us the option between John McCain and someone else. And John McCain was the only brother I knew, so we went with John McCain. So I guess it's just a matter of time. Wait for the elections, get all of these focuses done, and then when the time is right and the iron is hot, we're going to get Donnie in. Well, this just got very complicated very quickly. It gave me a choice. Who do you want to side with in the election? The Reformists, the Republicans, or the Democrats? And I said the Reformists. And now there's this. Oh no, I actually have to campaign. And I don't understand how I'm going to do it with no political power, because I'm currently bringing in plus 0.5 a day. Oh no, I'm going to have to wait until this focus finishes, and then after that, I'm going to have to just focus on the elections. Oh no. Okay, right, I'm about to get political. I'm going to get political. Listen here, the world is going to be purple and you're going to love it. Well, I'll tell you what, it's definitely starting to seem like it's going to be a Republican or a Democratic victory here, because now that I can actually see the numbers, yes, we've got a few purples as you can see, but the majority of it is red or blue. And if I go to Rocky Mountains, look, 57 to their 42. If I go to Appalachia, 32 to 66, 100% Republican in Kentucky. If I go over to the Pacific, 100% California, 100% Washington. There is no chance there. I can get Alaska, but Alaska's only 3 seats. That's not worthwhile. It's not worth grinding out for Alaska, although I do have it. It's it's a slugfest. It's a slugfest, but it's looking like a Republican victory, I think. And here it is. I'm not feeling hopeful. I'm not feeling hopeful in the slightest, but God bless America. It's election night. We've got a little disco going on over here in our mini map, and it's gonna go to, yeah, Republican victory. Republican victory. Republican victory. Oh no, 198 to 164 to 176. Fairly even, actually, if you consider the numbers. A twist of fate. As a nation anxiously awaited the results, none of the candidates secured the crucial 270. Ah, so you need 270 to secure the lockdown, the victory vote. Lower chamber now holds the key to presidency, which each state delegation having one crucial vote, blah, blah, blah. And the winner will be the Reformists. That's such a cheese. That's such a cheese. That is so much cheese. Donald J. Trump is going to become the leader of the great reformist states of America. Oh yeah, what are we gonna do? This is, you know what, stay put. America first, let's do it. And just like that, it is now January 1st, 2001, and something important just happened. DJT is now the leader of America, the Social Democratic Reform Party, with 36% of the pie, which means we need a new cabinet, new people, and we get Jill Stein, Nick Peterman, and Rocky Anderson, and I only know the name Jill Stein. Wasn't she like part of the Green Party or something? Anywho, this has unlocked a new part of the tree for us, the Reformists, which gives us PP, left-hand majority, which gives our inauguration. Then we have like working with the workers union, uproot corporate weeds, erasing poverty, humanize the prison system, refresh the budget, it's isolate the Soviet tyrants, invest into the consumer sector. It seems that Trump's tree is all about just fixing the economy and just getting our factories sorted, our PP sorted, our stability sorted, all of that, and just maybe a little bit of buff towards the military, which kind of I guess makes sense, because obviously the Trump we know today is different from the Trump of 2000. The Trump of 2000 was very, very business focused, so I guess that does check out, right? So of course I'm going to go down that tree, but first I do want to push down my army tree and my Air Force tree just a little bit, because I want to try and top them up as much as I can, because you never know when Mexico might turn commie, when the commies over here might act up as well, because they do have Yazov, and Yazov Azov is the guy who eats all of Europe. So I need to be on it like Sonic, drinking gin and tonic on a car bonnet. And it has finally happened. September 11th, the darkest moment in modern American history. Whispers of a tragedy. The eagle has been struck. September 11, a day of infamy, a date to forever live. Our boys abroad focus just finished conveniently as well. We're going to go ahead and we are going to do face the future weapon advancements. We're going all in on the military right now. I'm upgrading absolutely everything I possibly can. This is it. This is time. Maybe this is the title of the video even. What would Trump do if he was in charge during 9/11? It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Also, side note, ground support. Yes, please. I need ground support. We are now in a moment of time where we are now having to look at the world stage. We're having to get involved. Now, there's a reason why. A, we've been doing the Middle Eastern situation simply because of this. Saddam got a little bit hungry, decided to start on the Arabs, but the Syrian Arabs have got the support of Iran, and they've also got some lobbying going on from the Soviets, so he's not having a good time. But also because of this. As you can see, there's Yemen, Egypt working together to take down the Saudis. I need to go in and help them ASAP, of which I'm going to do fairly soon. But not only that, another reason I'm doing this is so that I can go to the Asian theater, Great Asian War, Indian in Flame, and then back India. Why, you may ask? Oh, because of this. For some reason, the Republic of India is now at war with Pakistan, but at the same time, the Indian People's Government, the commies, started their offensive. So I need to get in there and restore any sense of democratic function before either the Pakistanis win or before the commies win. This is not an easy fix. This is not an easy solution, bro. The world is on fire and Donnie's over here trying to fix the economy. I can't be fixing the economy anymore. I need to get involved. And it's news flash time once again, this time in 2004, and it's bad news, people. It's bad news. America needs to wake up, and she needs to wake up right now. The Soviet Union just did their Eastern War. Yazov just ate Poland, the Slovaks, the Hungarians, the Romanians, and the Bulgarians, which is not good for us. Secondly, Saudi Arabia lost their war, but they seem to be okay because I completed the focus or something. Iraq is at war with the Syrians and they're slowly turning around. India is winning and I don't need to do a damn thing, which is great. However, there's two things I need to do, and one of them is to do with Afghan. If I go over here to my decisions, we're on the world stage. I've used some of my American PowerPoints. As you can see, I have decided to establish FOBs as well as airstrikes in regions and form the Northern Afghan Liaison Team, or the NALT. With this being the case, we need to get the Taliban cohesion down to 50%. Everything that is blue is coalition cohesion. I have 7 intelligence points and everything that is green is Taliban cohesion point. Everything is blue, as you can see. And I think that's all because of this. The authoritarian Democrat, they got involved and they won the civil war back in 2001. I did nothing. So I think the Afghanistan system is kind of defunct right now, but this is a cool system. I've never seen this implemented in a red world or a modern world type of mod. This is brilliant. I love this. Secondly, it's election time again. Yay. Does my excitement show? It was stressful enough the first time. As you can see, we do have 294 political power. We've got a lot of PP. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to send it. We're going to go for it. I'm going to start in the deep south. I want to get Florida. I also want to see if I can maybe get Texas as well. Texas is a swing state. Substantial swing. There's a chance. Again, I just need to try and rack up what I did. Make sure we at least leave with medium amount so that nobody gets a majority. And then once that's the case, we can claim the leadership again. I'm going to cheese the system. I like cheese. I like it Swiss, but we're going to cheese the system. And here we have our results from the election. We managed to walk away with a majority by surprise. I think Texas and Florida are doing a lot of the heavy lifting there, but 208 against 162 and 168. Obviously, we're going to go for reformist again, and DJ stays in power just a little bit longer, which is nice. But I'm surprisingly getting good at the political party system. This is great. American politics is easy after all. I just need a lump sum of money and just target the big states, forget everything in between, and it should be all right. Give up hope on California because that's always blue. Give up hope on New York because that's always blue. And then everything else, turn of the hat, we'll see. Now, if we take a nice little look up here, we'll see volunteer forces in transfer sending back 6 divisions to the USA. Why did I have divisions volunteering? Oh, we just helped India. Literally, India was still struggling, so I just sent in my armored corps, and they wiped. They cleaned out any resistance. Now, you might be asking yourself, oh, Anglo, but it's just armored corps. It can't be that powerful, can it? Yeah, about that. Yeah, you're right. It's not that bad. It's only 1,000 breakthrough, nothing too hot. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around the world finding who could be an enemy, who could be a friend, intervening in global conflicts and seeing if I can't turn the tide, as it were. I do want to help out down here in South Africa, but it seems like South Africa is a lost cause for us right now. Same things going over in Kenya. It seems the Kenyans are very much alone in their adventures. I feel like we're going to have a very communist British government very soon because the radical socialists are leading the charge, unfortunately. I need to shut this down ASAP. I'm also going to start prepping my divisions and putting them on the borders. As you can see, the Republic of Croatia versus Yugoslavia. That's right, the commies are moving and it's not good, it's not hot, and I cannot send any volunteers because I am not allowed to. There is just a game rule set saying I am not allowed to. I am being banned. I have been banned from being friendly with the Balkans. So in return, I'm going to pull my troops out of the Middle East. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them in the borders. I'm going to have divisions in Germany. I'm going to have divisions in Czechia. I'm going to have divisions in Austria. We are going all in, baby. We are going all in. Wait, I can't put them in Austria? But Austria... Okay, right, never mind. Austria and Switzerland are the same country at this point. As I was, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my divisions in Turkey. Yeah, that sounds good. And now that we're here in the year 2007, let's take a look. This land was made for you and me. May God bless America. The Reform Party of USA, led by left-wing faction, have achieved what many in America thought to be impossible dreams just a few years ago. Thank you for playing the United States of America debut content in Red Dusk. Now, the reason it's saying that is because we did unlock an extra tree down here, a little follow-on phase 2, where you could choose between serving the people, healthcare acts, and so on, or construction industry and so on and so forth. And I did that, and then we completed this focus here, and that was the last focus of the tree. Now, sure, there are other focuses that we can do, like break the siege and leader of Asian world, which I'm about to explain because this is my mistake. Yeah. But as far as things go for focuses, we are now at the end of the content for the USA. It wasn't as long, but then again, like I said at the beginning, it is still in the early stages of this mod. It's still working on the next update. More is to come. Now, if we fast forward to Asia, you'll notice that Korea's looking fairly solid, and so is Taiwan. Now, the reason is there was an Asian war that I was not prepared for. Korea absolutely decimated my volunteers, decimated the Japanese volunteers, and decimated South Korea. They completed this with great ease, and because of that, we lost Korea. Same situation goes for Taiwan. They got a weird thing pop up when I wasn't even allowed to send volunteers, and they just got completely wiped. So because of that, I am now in a situation where I'm having to tell Japan, you know what, it's okay, become fascist again, get the military working. And then, as you can see, I'm planning a naval invasion as well, which I am so ready for. It's gonna be a toughie, my 150 versus their 360, but I've got a spy, Mr. Walter. Put Walter in Sichuan, and he's doing a lot more than trying the spicy noodles. So while that's going on, I'm gonna start preparing and get my navy over there and get everything lined up so we can take the fight to Asia, liberate Asia, and then we can get in the underbelly of the Union in case they want to act up. So let me get my chickens in a line, eggs in my basket, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so this has got really awkward really fast. So I was going to disappear for a little while, build up, and then pounce on China, but two important factors have just happened. One, the Soviets declared war on China, as is the Yazov path, as do they do. But side note, I thought, maybe I can undercut the competition and, I'll just declare war. No, cannot declare wars. Completely banned from declaring wars. But then, there's a 12% world tension, 7.5% is generated by the Soviets. Maybe I can declare on them. No, cannot declare wars. But then maybe I've got a thing against Iraq. Can I declare on them? No. Always declare wars, cannot. So I am banned from declaring any type of offensive war. It doesn't matter if it's Brazil, Bermuda, Barbados, or Bulgaria. It does not matter. So I'm just gonna wait around quietly, building up a little bit, and then I think I'm just gonna try and prepare for the inevitable when, Yazov goes after NATO and I'm gonna have to sit there and defend it like I always do. So I think that's the game plan. I'm gonna disappear now, 2007, and I'll see you when it's Soviet Onion time. I've got no idea what the situation is, but I'm definitely gonna have to good old Walter, put him in Kiev and see if I can't understand how much the Soviet Union, 1 million, no, 1,000 1,000 divisions. I can't fight that. I ain't got the manpower for that. Who do you think I is? That is not I. Oh, God. And it's finally time. It's finally happened. The Soviet Union has declared upon us. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and we are going to call absolutely everyone. Everyone who is a part of NATO, get your little booty in. We're going. Get ready. Get ready. It's going to be a grand finale. If we look at the numbers, though, 600 divisions to their 1,300. Now, I'm hoping that the Soviet divisions don't have an ounce of strength in them. However, looking at this chart, I beg to differ. I'm going to go ahead and try and bring some of my aircraft over, but I'm not feeling too hopeful if I'm being completely honest. Oh, this is not going to go good, is it? This is not going to go good. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried, but I have nothing to worry about at all. This is brilliant. So, starting off, you'll see that borders haven't changed, and if I come up here to we are at war, I've bled 355,000 Americans. However, they've bled nearly 4 million Soviets. The Polish have bled nearly 200. Look, the Chinese have bled nearly 200k and they're nearly close to surrendering. Well, let me tell you why. I have one reason. I have one reason why that's happened. The US Marine Corps, baby. Hoorah! When in doubt, put the crayons out. They are fantastic. Listen, you can joke, you can banter, you can slander as much as you want. The Marines are the Marines and it don't matter. They get the job done one way or another. So, and now I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know if I feel bad for the Chinese because they're part of the commie puppets, or if I feel bad because I've just released Marines onto their populace. Just don't know. Also, if we go over here and take a look at the Navy, our Navy is doing bits. In the English Channel, we've just wiped out all of that. Over here, we've just wiped out all of that. This is insane. I literally don't have to do anything. I'm just going to use the standard ISP tactic of grind it out. They have how many divisions? They no longer have 1 million or 1,000 divisions. They've dropped down to between 500 and 800. They've got 7 million fielded. They have up to 10 million in reserve. I'm going to grind them down to dust and then pounce when they're nice and weak. That's the plan at least. And in the meantime, I'm just going to let my Marines take over Asia. Why not? Let them loose. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. 2009, 25th of November, I have an update, and as you can see, Bin Laden has been killed. Good night, Gets event, death of Osama Bin Laden. He is gone, and we are currently in our Afghan rebuilding schematic decision tab. But there's also a few more changes. As you can see, we're pushing up through Turkey, which is great. The Union have lost nearly 10 million troops, and their army size has dwindled. And as you can see, we're pushing through Manchuria and Siberia. Now, the reason is we did get China to cap, but then they made a peace deal automatically with us. They joined the Soviet faction and they came back for round 2. So we're going to put them out of their misery real ricky tick. It shan't be too long. I'll make sure of it. And then once that's done, Asia's basically going to crumble and we just have to keep working our way across until the Union breaks. It's all but done. It's only going to take a matter of time. So let me finish the job and I'll see you in our grand finale. I don't know. I might take the mick. If I can, I'm taking all of the Union and I'm making it America. Oh, and one more thing. Donald Trump is no longer our leader because obviously the rule is you can only serve 2 terms in a row. So we had to choose, and Barack Obama is now our leader of the Reform Party. That's right. We have Barack Obama as the leader of the Reform, Al Gore Liberal, and Alan Keyes for the Conservative Republicans. We're doing good for ourselves. We're doing quite well for ourselves, and I'm very, very happy with this. Obama taking out Osama bin Laden. The Obama-Osama lifeline is canon in every universe. You heard it here first. And the end is in sight. Obama is going to go down in history as the president that killed bin Laden, removed the Soviet Union, fixed Afghanistan from the Taliban, and removed communist China. Bro, Barack Obama has completed the legacy that young Donald Trump set the foundations for, and the Reform Party will be the most successful and the most celebrated political party in American history. Bro, what is this alt history? This alt history is absolutely mad. I've just got Moscow. They're still not going to cap. We're going to have to take Leningrad, but as you can see, 1 million American lives have been lost in exchange for 20 million Soviet lives. That is insane. That is absolutely nuts. Oh my god. Right, okay, well, the tank corps are getting moving. We've just finished the Balkans. We're going to patch things up down here. I'm going to go ahead and get my combined corps here as well. I am having the Union collapse, and they are collapsing today. And there you have it. NATO victory in World War III. 3 nations of Europe and America must work out our common destiny together. Milton Katz, Wind of Change. As you can see, the Union has collapsed. Democracy has obtained its peace, its goal, its end goal. Now, please remember, I did not do this peace treaty. This was decided upon me. Everyone is in NATO together, apart from Sweden and Ireland and all of that lot. But we have good old Boris Nemtsov leading the charge in Russia, Ukraine. We have Yushchenko, Ivanka Savila in Belarus. Poland has Miller. It's a nice little layout. It's a nice little depiction of what's to be. Republic of China led by Liu Xiaobao, who didn't join the second time. Kim Jong-il is still very much active, but we're just gonna leave the little baby in the corner. That's fine. And it says we're at war with Mongolia and Yugoslavia. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna eat them all. I don't see a point not to. It doesn't give me any other options. So America now has territory on the mainland. But that's it. That's the end of it all. That's the last thing to do in this game. I can't go ahead and just randomly declare war, and the big bad guy Russia has been dealt with. We won the war. We did the end goal. So there you have it. Barack Obama finished Donald Trump's legacy, and we have conquered Europe. So now here comes the review part. I did say at the beginning of the video, this is a test to see if this is the best mod for the Red World alternative theme, the communist conquered the world mentality alternative history mod. Now, in terms of content for a version 1, this is the best. 100%. This is fantastic. And that takes a lot for me to say because I love Cold War, I love Red World, and I love Red Flood. However, in the grand scheme of things, based on content alone, Cold War Iron Curtain is by far the best one. And that's literally because you have so many options. It spans across multiple decades, multiple features, multiple buildings, you name it, they've got it. Now, the only downside with that is alt history is a little bit hard to achieve in Cold War Iron Curtain. In the base game, before it became really, really popular, you could do whatever you want. I had Jewish India taking over the world. It was great. Now it's not as 3 with the craziness, but you can still have a bit of fun. And where it spans a lot of the decades, they've slowed down the building time, so building takes forever and a day. That's the downside. But just on content alone, I would say Cold War Iron Curtain is still the best red history, alt history mod. Now, in terms of everything as a collective, as in current content, design, vision, everything, I think the title probably goes to Red Flood. I think it probably goes to Red Flood just because of the wackiness and the different alternative routes you can go down. And, you know, I think it's a good shout. But again, that's the 1930s. The other 3 are all like 2000 odd. So I guess it's not a fair comparison. So I'll throw the question to you guys. What is the best red alt history mod? Is it Red Flood, Red World, Cold War Iron Curtain mod, or Red Dusk? Let me know in the comments down below. Tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong, tell me what you think. But until next time, guys, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click the like button and or subscribe. Share the channel with your friends to help the growth of the channel, all that fun stuff. And I will see you in the next video I do. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Anglo, you've been you. Have a good day, and ta-da!